Good morning, everybody. It's me, the British. Recently, I dropped a video on the world-type casualties of the Minecraft 1.18 update. 3 of them are going away forever. That was the final send-off, other than Amplified. Amplified is so amazing. I can't get over this stuff. It all played out perfectly, honestly. It looked like a lot of you wanted to see more of Amplified, and I've kind of developed an addiction to this stuff, if I'm being honest. Like, it's so interesting looking. They're fascinating. Today, the final Amplified send-off. We'll be taking one final look at Amplified Generation. You know how this goes. If you enjoyed today's video, consider leaving a like. I always really appreciate it, and it helps the videos out huge time. If you're new here, I post videos all the time. Consider subscribing. Notification bell, you'll never miss a video again. Life will be good. One of my favorite things about Amplified is that no matter what, if you make an Amplified world, 100% you are guaranteed a masterpiece. These Amplified worlds always turn out amazing. You don't even have to worry about a seed or anything like that. Like, they're literally just always perfect. Yep, exactly. You see what I mean? Always, consistently, completely random seed, and it's a work of art. You could basically take a screenshot of this stuff right here, and I guarantee it. You call this an NFT, somebody will buy this. Aside from the potential NFT backdrop, though, I think we've achieved something amazing, finally. Look at this. We've discovered it after all of these years, the flattest possible space in Amplified terrain, and it's right here. It's been in this seed all along at World Spawn. This is like the perfect base spot. It's like flat, manageable. You have the backdrop right there. I'm sure there's, that's gonna be a backdrop too. I'm sure it's everywhere, honestly. Yep, exactly. I'm so sad about Amplified Worlds going away because I feel like they're sort of one of the last remnants of early Minecraft, like an era that is completely gone, an era before all of the ocean updates, all of the biome updates, everything like that. You just have this like crazy terrain that makes no sense at all, but it has this like nice charm to it. Also, it's just this like insane looking mob spawn where they definitely shouldn't be spawning, and yeah, it makes no sense, like Minecraft used to. I mean, not that it actually makes sense now. Have you seen the bee to villager nose ratio? It's insane, and what even is this thing? Like, doesn't make sense at all now, but like, the game still doesn't make sense at all, and that's a great thing. Amplified terrain calling back to the old classic Minecraft is one of those you had to be there moments. Like, you had to be back in 2013 playing this game to really capture the vibe and the feeling. Okay, this is getting to be too much. Just like with the 1.18 mountains, flying around and looking at the amplified terrain from the sky is really cool. You can get a really good viewpoint, see it all and everything like that, but looking at the stuff from the ground gives you a whole different perspective. Like, you can actually get the scale of how crazy and insane this generation was. Like, this is a literal wall. Like, how do you even climb this thing? Like, I mean, obviously you climb it, right? Like, that's how you do it. And like, some of the amplified is a little bit more amplified than other parts of the amplified, so some of it is okay to climb, but other parts are like impossible to climb. 100%, if you're trying to travel in the amplified worlds, you would need stacks and stacks of blocks to get around. Maybe scaffolding, but that would be kind of a waste until you have a big bamboo farm. You're going to need blocks. Diagonal jumps will work for a while, but eventually you're going to come to a point, kind of like this right here, where you need to like start digging or building up or something like this. How do you even keep going? Questions, so many questions. When I was setting up for this video, I asked you for your questions about amplified terrain. Here's one. Devin was wondering if 1.18 cave generation is affected by amplified terrain. So, no, not really. 1.18 caves don't actually exist at all in amplified terrain, but at the same time, some of the caves end up kind of starting to look like 1.18 caves. Like this thing right here, technically not a 1.18 cave, but definitely looks like a 1.18 aquifer. Like the water level in here, the shaping of the cave, even some of the pillars, they really start to look like the 1.18 caves. If we go back under the ground though and look around, we'll see old style ravines, old style caves that are just winding everywhere. All of the caves and everything under the ground is stuck at 1.17, and it will be forever, because amplified won't be in 1.18. There were a couple questions about geodes in the amplified world. Do they exist? Yes, absolutely. A little bit of backstory. Amplified generation began because of Jens. On August 19, 2013, Jens tweeted a screenshot of some crazy looking terrain. This terrain would later become known as amplified terrain. Notch requested that Jens keep it in the game, so Jens did. In snapshot 13W36A, amplified world types were added to the game. This was in Minecraft 1.7.2. It most likely began as something of a joke and an experiment, maybe, nothing that serious at all, but then it ended up staying for a really long time. Also look at the shipwreck. It's so strange. What happened here? This is like 2. Lucy, coming in here with the intriguing questions. Are there any blocks that exist in normal survival that you can't find in amplified? No. Every block that you can find in 1.17, you can find in amplified. And also because 1.18 doesn't really add anything, you'll be able to find all of the 1.18 blocks too, basically, other than the spore blossom. You can find mobs in these worlds too. Axolotl right over there, living, thriving, having the time of its life, it looks like. Yeah, they're here too. In 1.18, this stuff right here, all of the random dripstone clusters that aren't inside of the dripstone cave biome, they won't exist. So how would that work? I'm not too sure, but they exist right now. Biomes. I like biomes. Minecraft has a lot of different biomes. One of my favorite biomes is definitely the mesa biome. What does Amplified Mesa look like? Let's find out. So I have a feeling I'm going to want to be in spectator for this. I might end up being inside of a block. Let's see. Yep, definitely inside of land. Called it. Okay, this is the best thing that I've ever seen. Striping inside of the Mesa biome. It's amazing. It looks really, really good. Take that striping and scale it all the way up to like Y260 potentially. Yeah, you end up with something that looks really, really amazing. Look at this wall of terracotta. Like, this is so much terracotta. It glitches out in here at some spots, but terracotta striping going so high, like way past the clouds. And then giant canyons in here too. Genuinely, I think this is the best thing that I've ever seen. This stuff goes so high up into the sky. 200 right here. Yeah, the Amplified Badlands, Amplified Survival, 100%. This is the base location. Like, it's right here, and it's always been here. Flat spot right there. You build in between these things right here. The stripes everywhere, the canyons, like, everything about this place is perfect. Terrain couldn't be any better in here, too. Pretty much the cleanest, smoothest curve that you'll ever see. Then it bends in here. It looks like a ravine cut through here or something. Then we have wall right there, wall right there, wall right there. This is like some kind of like outpost spot or something, like completely protected on every side. Then you could like look out this way. And look, mine shafts generate here, too. Anything good? Name tag. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure. We're going to look at some other biomes, but I don't think anything will be able to beat the Amplified Badlands. Also, this right here with the terracotta and the stone, this looks like Mars or something. Hey, look, I found a room portal down there, too, and the terracotta is taking over the netherrack. As you should, my boy. I'm proud of you. As you should. This is so cool looking. In a matter of potentially 1 month, I can't believe we're losing this. Like, basically forever. Anyways, back to your questions. Mode asked about the Amplified Nether. What does it look like? The Amplified Nether looks like this. Basically a cave so far, actually. Like, pretty normal looking. Complete cave over here. Lava right there. Yeah, this is just the normal Nether. I don't think it's amplified. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. If you think about it, the Nether is working with a bottom barrier and an upper barrier. It's like sandwiched in between bedrock, so there's really not too much room for stuff to happen here. The Nether is completely normal. So I guess in the Amplified world, if you need to travel and move around efficiently and easily, the Nether is maybe the way to go, even for shorter distances, because it's so difficult to travel in the overworld. And look at another fortress. That's so lucky. The only letdown about Amplified worlds is the Nether. The Nether is a letdown. Next question. Gabriel was wondering if I listened to Chloe Burbank by Joji. Of course I did. It's amazing. I might have even put a version of it on Spotify somewhere. Who knows? It doesn't happen all the time, definitely. It seems like it's more of a by chance thing, but this river is dividing the two biomes like perfectly. On this side we have the taiga, on this side we have the forest, and look at how good this looks. Like, it actually makes as much sense as amplified terrain could possibly make sense here. Like, we have one biome right there, one biome right there, the river divides it, and then it gets messed up right there. So we never saw it. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Anyways, I found a shipwreck. They exist here too. ASAP Skies was wondering if monuments exist in Amplified. Yes, they do. The monuments and every other structure can exist inside of the Amplified world. The most normal part about Amplified worlds, actually, is the ocean. The ocean is pretty much completely unchanged inside of Amplified worlds. It's just literally an ocean. The floor inside of these things hasn't been changed or moved or anything like that. The oceans are just the ocean. You know, that really makes me wonder, though. How does a woodland mansion generate inside of these worlds? Like, there's no flat land at all. And these things are gigantic. Like, they require so much flat space. Oh, it's all the way up there. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So if there's no flat land, the mansion will just make the flat land for you. Uh-huh. That's a lot of cobblestone. Is it hollow or is it solid? Oh, it's solid. This is pure profit right here. Look at this right here. That's so much cobblestone. And look at this. The mansion is all the way up here. Whoa. I didn't even know that room existed. There's a spider spawner right there. That's so cool. We're at 224 right now. The very top of the mansion, like the ceiling, is at 234. Where's the front door? Like, how would I get into this thing? I'm probably not going to be able to just walk in, right? Or will I? Will the game put land in front of the front door? No. Yes, it will. That's so nice of Minecraft. Look at this. The front door is right here. Theoretically, we could just walk right into the mansion and do our thing like normal. It's so cursed looking, though. And I wonder how much cobblestone you would be able to get from digging this whole thing out. So we've seen the Nether, and we know that nothing happens to it at all. Most likely it's going to be the same for the end, but let's see. I've never seen the end amplified. I feel like the end has so much more potential than the Nether because there's like basically no limit. Like, it's all just a void. And amplifying these end islands would be really, really cool, but it looks like it doesn't happen. I mean, this is a really, really interesting looking starting island. Like, honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen this where we have the platform floating inside of a circle inside of the island. Like, that's really, really weird. Okay, wait, actually. Maybe this is kind of weird. Is this amplified, actually? Because this is a really, really strange looking island. Like, it goes all the way over here, and it's really, really hilly. Maybe it's amplified. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to the outer end. Took out the dragon, time to go inside of the gateway, and we're here. We made it all the way. It looks normal. This looks like a normal island. I think that was just a crazy central end island. Yeah, these are all normal. I don't think the end is amplified. Kind of makes sense. So I just made another new world, and it happened again. Amazing. Right off the bat at spawn, gigantic cliffs everywhere, rivers through this thing. It's perfect. The shattered savanna is already insane. What if we made it more insane? I mean, insane, for sure. Maybe it's just because this biome is naturally crazy, but this actually looks like really normal. Maybe the oceans and the shattered savanna are the two most normal places. I mean, it's taller for sure, like floating island up there that's like practically the end now. I mean, it's crazier than normal for sure, but it's not the most insane thing that we've seen all day. I also really like these coves that the amplified terrain forms, like the water goes into the cliff and then the cliff goes over the water. That's really cool. How about the mushroom fields? Amplified. Honestly, because I can never find this biome, I always completely forget about it. That's amplified. I have no clue how you're supposed to climb that island. This place is actually really cool feeling. Like the strange cows all over the place, the giant mushrooms, the mycelium. This captures the vibe of amplified like perfectly. Waterfalls and lava falls inside of the amplified world. It makes the terrain look even more mystical too. We love to see it. This is some really green grass too. So anyways, amplified worlds in Minecraft 1.18. What happens? So now I upgraded this world to the latest snapshot. The spots that I've already loaded in, like this spot over here, are of course going to be the same. But what happens once we find new land? Like all of this stuff over here, definitely normal and normal. I think the amplified just gets shut off. Easiest way to tell if it's new though, under the ground. If we have the new caves, then it's definitely new. Yeah, new caves all over the place. And 1.18, amplified will not exist. The amplified world option will be completely removed from the game after 1.17.1. Thankfully for Minecraft Java, you'll always be able to go back to old versions though, so it's not like this stuff is gone forever. You could always downgrade back to 1.17. Compared to 1.18, aside from generation, 1.17 really isn't that different anyways. This is interesting. Look what the blending did. So the new blending system, I tried to blend the amplified terrain down into the new terrain, which is over here. This is all new, and so it just said, stairs will do. I mean, it kind of works. In some spots, it actually looks like really good. It's like we have this giant amplified island over here, and then everything is normal after that, which is a really interesting concept. This makes me want to create a 1.17 amplified world, load in like a small part of it, and then upgrade to 1.18, get everything normal, so then you have this amplified island or hill or something. This worked out like perfectly here because it is basically an island. Oh look, I found a shipwreck. They put it up on the land. Completely and solidly on the land. Nice. The amazing amplified worlds will be being removed in Minecraft 1.18, hopefully for now, but most likely forever. That's going to do it for today's video, and amplified worlds. I still think it would be so cool if the devs were to take 1.18 terrain and amplify it, like make it crazy. It doesn't have to make sense at all, doesn't even have to perform well, like just for fun. But for now, that's all just a dream. What do you think about amplified worlds? Do you have any specific takes or thoughts? If you do, throw those down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Big thank you to Patron Gang, Divins, Violet Pirate, and Dark Panther 7. Appreciate the support. That's it for today. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.